Welcome back to the Business Energetics podcast. I am here with the gorgeous Catherine. She is a serial entrepreneur, multi-passionate mother, wife, and entrepreneur. She is amazing. She has two great companies under Pure Liberté Inc., which is Treasure Kids, which is a kids learning tools and games that they can use to grow. And she also runs a lot of events through Événements, Reconnaissance RH, which I've had the pleasure to attend. And we go a long way back. Over 10 years ago, we met at HEC Montreal.
Ooh, HEC.
And for all people listening, what was your group number?
16.
And our group number 5. So this is amazing. Thank you for being here, Catherine.
Thank you, Claudia, for the nice introduction.
It's great. We have so many topics we could tackle because you have a very interesting way to approach business, which I feel like there's nothing you can't do. Basically.
Oh, thanks.
Honestly.
Trying my best.
No, it's great. First things first, we are right now at Sabia, which you hosted an event here.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful event with plenty of food and drinks and beautiful women that are leaders in marketing and HR. And can you tell us a little bit more about what got you into the field? How did you get started? Why events?
Events, it go way back. Like when I was in high school, like I was in the prom committee and like president of the class. And I always like to do events. Like my personal email was Organisation C. Poirier when I was like 17 years old. Like I organized like art gallery like at the city when I was 17. So it was always a passion. But my father is a well-known scientist and he always told me like you have to study to have a career and like event planning, it's not a real job like for him. So he said you should do like human resources, like a bachelor in human resources, and after like you can organize parties for employees. So that's what I did, and I went to human resources at HEC Montreal because in the business, I love people. Like a day that I pass just with my computer, I'm depressed. I need to speak with people. I need to engage. And I think what's magic about events is that you plan the event and after you live in it and after you're talking about it. So it's like a trip.
And I feel like you do that so well. I remember the first event we did together was a colloque for European scientists that was hosted in HEC.
Yeah.
With in collaboration with the Cerium of Montreal. And your organizational skills to be able to align scientists from all over the world and to coordinate them into giving a conference. You even had the Minister of, was it the Foreign Affairs or Immigration?
Jean-François Lisée came to our event and we were just like a university student at that moment. But like, I think like you're never too young to start doing great things and like, that's why. And after when I finished my degree, I've got a job as human resources, like assistant director. Okay. And after like 9 months, my boss just left and I was there with 200 employees across Canada, 24 years old, Catherine, 5 foot. I still look young, but at that time it was. And sometimes I asked my boss like, I did not know how to handle a different situation. And he's like, I'm not in HR. Like, you figure out yourself. And like, that's what I did. And like, we grew, like we opened other warehouses across Canada. And I ended up with 300 employees. I was in the board of director. It was not all the director from the company that was there. And I was very fulfilled about this job. And I was working so hard. And we did a lot of events for the employee. We had a great budget. Our like Christmas party were really amazing. And so, yeah, that was a great period in my life. But in HR, there are more difficult stuff to do. Like, it's like a veterinarian. Like, you love animals, but sometimes you have to do euthanasia. Like, sometimes in HR, you have to, like, fire people or deal with, like, ugly and harder stuff. So, after my maternity leave, I decided that I wanted to focus on the happiness at work. And what makes me happy is really to organize events. The happiness at work is also like HR marketing and help people. Like, I don't want to fire people anymore. I want to make them smile. So
that's such a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
It gets me excited and giddy about what you have built as a beautiful, beautiful brand that is getting more and more and more well known. I love your tranche de vie de vendredi, which you bring such a human aspect to business inside your LinkedIn persona. Highly recommend everyone to follow her because she is just giving the gist on how to deal with HR, but also at the same time, how to be human while doing it.
Yeah.
So how do you transition? You come back, you're a young mom, you've dealt with 300 employees. It's high level energy every day.
Yeah.
You have to be on top of your game. You have to represent the brand as the employer, but you also have to represent the employees as their ally.
Yeah.
How do you decide after coming back from maternity leave, this is no longer for me, and take a leap?
Yeah. It was really with my husband, Matthew. We're going to be together for 15 years soon. And he's the entrepreneur, the visionary, like the real estate. I've been doing real estate together for 10 years. And he was always telling me like, oh, Catherine, like you can do this by your own. Like, don't give like the best hours of your day to an employer. Like, do it. But I was scared. It's scary to be like too entrepreneur and don't have like the fix. And I was doing like the bigger salary of the household. So it was scary, but when you detach. And me, I was pregnant during COVID. So everything was closed.
Oh.
And I had a baby shower on Zoom. And I did my baby registry on Amazon. And that's why I clicked. I was like, oh, how people are doing like, how they sell on Amazon, and I was researching that,
and that's that's leading into your second business.
The first business I launched, it was Treasure Kids. So we started.
Oh, it was Treasure Kids first, and then
because I did Treasure Kids. It's a product-based company. So we try on and off, like on Amazon, finding product, really creating the design, the trademark, and like I was in my baby fever era. So I think I could have sold anything on Amazon, but like my life at that point was baby. So
that was your passion. You wanted to share.
It was my everyday, and all my friends, they all got kids. So I was my own like public sib. So. So we tried and sell on Amazon across Canada, and it worked. So we ordered, and after we did it in USA, and after in Walmart, and after I missed to have like conversation with people because it was all remote. So I've decided this year that the brand should be like in stores. So I met this friend. Yeah, we are now in 10 stores across Canada.
Oh my God.
And
congrats.
Thank you. And to develop, and like, when I say people that we are at Carrefour Laval, they say, oh, okay, it's a real company. It's not just like online. We're not doing dropshipping.
Where in Carrefour Laval are you located?
It's in the Boho Boutique Bébé near the Simons.
Okay. And as we're here, I want to do something. Yeah. Because you brought something.
Okay. Oh shit. You're doing it because I'm in heels.
So this is one of your products. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it is and what it does?
Yeah, it's a balance board. It's really popular like in the Montessori era. So it's to help children, and this one even support adults to gain their balance. Young kids, they often have too much energy. So with this thing, they go and they swing, and they do it in silence because there's a mat under it, so it doesn't scrape your floors.
I love it.
Our main, it was an additional project because we are most known for our learning towers. So the kids can cook with their parents, and we love multifunctional items because when you become a parent, like your house is filled with like plastic toys, and we want to have like a nice feel like wood. and something you can pass to other children or other people in the family. So it's really our goal to have like aesthetic and multifunctional stuff. Like my boys, they put it downwards and they play cars on it. So there's many things you can do with the
multifunctional. I'm gonna put this one on the side for now. But yeah, so you're coming back to your story. Oops. Okay. It's during COVID. You're at home. You're like, okay, let me start this Amazon. Let me build this business. And then you don't take it to the hobby. You take it globally. And now you're in 10 stores. Well, for now.
We're open to investors.
Love it. And can we talk about what you just experienced, or is it still?
No, okay. It's still confidential. Maybe soon we're gonna see Catherine and Treasure Kids on TV. I did a Fibre E in the interview with
interesting.
Yeah, so I did that, but like bigger show maybe coming up.
We'll soon. Yeah. So we'll see when this podcast is released. Maybe we'll hint at little things, but we'll have to wait. But there's some exciting news happening for you. I just feel like you have the Midas touch, in the sense that like everything you touch, you pour heart and energy into it and it works. What would you say is your unfair advantage or your secret to success?
I think it's like self-confidence. Like you have to trust like you can do stuff, even if people don't believe you can do it, because like that drives me like, well, like I love it when people say, oh, you cannot achieve that, and after I do it, and so it comes back. I think it's every little success, like you build your confidence and you're trying to do more things. And also like I think it's the personal skills, like to be able to talk with people and to really interesting. I'm not selling stuff. Like I'm trying to bring happiness at work with Événements RH. But like if the people need it, if they don't need it, that's fair. And like I won't push. I'm really about relationships.
Yes, I feel like you give opportunities for people to connect as well. Yeah. So leading into what happens after you launch Treasure Kids and now it's starting to grow and everything, is that when you started Événements RH? What was the timeline looking like?
Yeah. At Treasure Kids, we started to sell in 2022, but really like baby steps, like trying to figure out everything. But remember, I did my study in HR and my passion was always like events. And after the COVID ended, like in 2023, I was missing like the HR world and the event. So, and also like, I produce my items in China, spoiler alert, but because here the same product would be 4 times the price, and like the parents don't have that kind of money usually to spend. So that's why but since we do it internationally, like when I put some money inside to do the factory, it can take up to 6 months to come here. So I have to put a lot of cash in advance versus service business, like maybe a little ads, but it's not like hundreds and hundreds of dollars you have to invest in advance. So it was to help the cash flow and also to see like my passion and like use what I learned and what I'm good at.
Yeah. You leverage a skill you already had since like years and years and years ago. You're doing that beautifully, and you know the world because you've been in it in a position of challenge, and you're able to bring that to the people. So I remember when you did your event here, you mentioned that HR and marketing, they take care of everyone, but then you wanted to give back to them by taking care of them. So do you think that's something that should be more emphasized in the world of HR?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely. And the goal was like to give back to people that take so much time for others. And like in HR, like you're always the one that is giving the Christmas gifts, but you don't give one, or like you do the raise, the meetings for everybody, but you're the last one to get the raise, or stuff like that. It's pretty common when I talk to the community. So yeah, and I think like everybody needs to have a little self-care sometimes. So that's why I talked about this event with my friend Marine, and I love Sabia too. So it was a great collaboration to do.
I love that so much. That's beautiful. So you started that business now. What is the goal for the next few years? Do you focus on marketing to HR and helping them create events for their staff? Who's your target market?
Yeah, I'm working with a lot of people for now because we offer different kind of service. And like, I'm the only one in the Montreal area that do that. And sometimes people say, oh, it's a weird mix, but it's me. Like, both of my company, like, they seem not to be related, but it's related because it's had to do with me and my heart and what I'm interested and loving. So in HR, like, I'm doing consultation to help like smaller businesses who don't have HR in a permanent, to help them with some recruitments or like training or really like strategic HR stuff. So those are less big companies. Between, like, I have a client, they are 4, and I have a client, they are 50 in that area. And after for the events, it's more like bigger company. I'm a lot of in real estate. And I have multinational, and now for 2025, I'm going to organize my first event with the government. Ooh. With Service Québec. I'm organizing the Women Leadership Day. We will have a lot of guests. It's going to air on January. So, yeah, so for that, I work with it really at different kinds of, it's really broad, but it's really personalized, whatever they need. And with the Événements Reconnaissance, I really like got to realize a dream in 2024. I organized a corporate trip. We went to San Diego with a company and organized like the whole trip for like 5 days. And there was like 4 events per day. It was super intense, but it, like
a retreat.
Yeah, but it was like the distributor meeting. So it was like team building and like the Canada head office plus like distributors, and so they wanted to have a bond, and they do that every 2 years, and it was the first time they had hired someone outside the company.
Okay.
Because it's challenging to organize such a big scale event when you already have your day-to-day job to do.
Yes.
So yeah, so I did all that, and it was amazing. It was like living a dream for me because I love events and I love to travel. So travel events together, like my goal for 2025, like I would like to do that again, but like maybe in
more
Dubai.
Abroad travel.
Yeah,
Dubai, yes, Dubai, let's do it.
It seems nice. Like, I want to do that. So anybody want to do a corporate event, they call me.
Let's go in Dubai.
Yeah.
I love it so much. As you can tell, Catherine is a bubble of energy. And I want to touch on that because you are a mom. You have multiple businesses. You have real estate investments.
Yeah.
If there's a mom right now looking at you and she's like, I just need some of the coffee she's getting in the morning.
Oh, no, I don't even drink coffee.
Oh, it's so natural, baby. So I want to know, what would you tell them? Where do you source your energy from, where you're always passionate about what you do? Because in every instance that I've seen you, it's not like one day you're out of it and one day you're in it. You have an ability to sustain that level of passion and to infuse it into your projects. So what would you tell a mom right now watching at home and she's like totally overwhelmed, diapers everywhere, she hasn't showered in 2 days and she's just like, how am I even supposed to start a business right now?
Yeah. But it depends like at what age your baby is, because honestly, like the first 3 months, like you're a mess. You're just trying to survive because you don't sleep. And this is like the most like difficult physical thing I have ever done. Even if like you're breastfeeding, like it's like sucks the energy out of you. Like it's really intense. So if you're in the first 3 months, like relax, let's just just survive. But after that, when the baby starts sleeping and everything, I think it's important as a person for me. I really cherish like my couple. I want to be a mom, but I want to be a person. And to be me, I need to do projects. That makes me happy because it's like a goal. You have to achieve goals. Like I'm an organized person. Like I do lists and like I like to check stuff. So you don't have to do like a big thing to start, but just a little thing. Go outside your comfort zone. Try to organize it does not need to be like in event planning, it can be just a field that you like. You love bakery, like you can start baking and you can start selling it on marketplace and see if it goes.
Yes.
Like you just
start small and do it
and
basically.
do something you love. Like I hate like accounting. I would be not the same person if I was doing accounting in my office like all the day. So when you do something you love, it doesn't feel like you work. So I think that's also to find something that you're passionate about and try to make money out of it, because like life is expensive, and like I think women can do both and men too, but like mostly like I think like often like mothers, they just forgot they are a person. They are just like the extension of their kids, and I think that's sad. Like it's okay, you have like days that you're not with your kids and you're doing business, and you have night out with your husband, and like you can be, they say they have the study that show that the children that have mother that are happy, it's the big reflection on their success, like in the future life. Yeah, I saw that. I should send you the link. So I love that. Yeah, so like when
a mother's happiness is a predicament for the child's success.
Yeah.
Wow. That's powerful.
So I think so. Like when I do events or like I'm happy, I like to engage with people, and like I come back to home and I'm so happy to see my sons and I hug them, but like they see a better version of their moms.
And what I love that so much. That's such a powerful message you're sending to moms right now, to take back their power and their identity outside of the family home. And when it comes to being a wife, how is it? Because you mentioned you were the primary breadwinner, and now it's a family of 2 entrepreneurs. How do you navigate not always talking about business, still having intimacy amongst all that's going on?
Yeah. But yeah, me and my husband, we often talk about business, but we love it together. So like we do projects together, like all real estates, we're doing it together. Like we rent a house and we bought another one. And this summer we bought a commercial building, was our first. So like we're doing it together, and I would say, oh, maybe we can scale together, and like we plan together, and I think that's the force of our couple. Like, for example, we did an auto construction of our house. We built it ourselves like 8 years ago when we were 23. And people were saying, you don't have experience, gonna cost you way too much. But like, it was our dream. So we took the time to talk about it and planned it. And we did like our plan. And when we went to the architect, he was like, oh my God, you know so much what you want, but we did it together. And I think this is the strength. Like the more you do stuff together, it's like, is the goal, and we have grew up together and everything. Yes. So yeah, we talk about business, but like it's turned us on. It's like yeah,
you guys get excited to do projects together. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and we take time also, like to like, for example, yesterday like we did the grocery together and was I want a night with you, but like we put the kids to bed and we enjoy a tartare together and like just chill at
nice
home.
Romantic supper.
Yeah,
like, okay.
And we have a table pool downstairs, so we play. So it's great moments.
Create moments. I love that. Oh, that's so amazing. And what can you leave? A sprinkle of dust, a little bit of magic for people to be able to experience life on the frequency that you experience it. Because you're very high frequency of almost like a fairy. Like I'm just living life and I'm just enjoying every moment. And that's beautiful. In a moment where we're in the middle of the winter blues, people are very low in energy. They're very conservative with their heat or just their minds.
That helps.
Book a trip! Here's your magic. Book a trip!
Yeah, because you plan, you go, you talk about it. That's it. But like.
So thank you so much, Catherine. It was a pleasure to have you on. Very excited. Tell us what's next.
Yeah, what's next? Happiness, family, more businesses. I want to grow the real estate. I want to do more corporate trip, help more companies get happy at work, and treasure kids have more stores all around Canada. So yeah, we have more projects than times to sleep. So
I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Claudia. It was really nice, and it was a pleasure seeing you again.
Thank you, me too. We'll see you in the next episode.